All right, guys, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to set some coyote traps for some springtime coyote trapping. To me, it's really important for the fawn crop to go ahead and fawn recruitment to go ahead and trap springtime coyotes. We got a fresh snow this morning. We got more snow coming, so I wanted to get a couple in before the snow hits. And that's less work for me. So I'm right here now on this corner post where I was the other day, last week when I was talking about this location. So I got this mound right here, and we're gonna do a trap on either side. We had a coyote. I dumped out my wolf carcasses right here. It's about, I don't know, maybe 30 yards or so to this spot right here. So I'm pretty safe right here. I'm not gonna do any bait right here. This is gonna be urine right here. So the coyote tracks already came through here, and the coyote went up all over in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do, it's gonna be like a walkthrough urine post kind of. So let's get it started. We got, the ground started freezing again, so a little bit of a pain in the butt. There's only a few inches of frost, so that ain't too bad. I'm gonna use Duke 650s on this. So pull the snow back, even though it's a little bit. I'm gonna get this pulled back and so it blends in. Get that bed opened up. You know how nice and dark this dirt is. Good bed there. Trap fits in it nice. Good bed there. Trap fits in it nice. Oop, wrong side. My eyes are getting bad. A little bit of calcium chloride mixed in with some sand right here. And that's just going to keep this trap from freezing down. I'm gonna put that on the bottom, and then we'll go ahead and bed that trap in. Then I got wax sand, coffee filters for pen covers. So oops. Just wiggle them in. And just wiggle the traps in so they're nice and tight. Just like so. Oops. Put that over the top. Okay, cool. So now we can just go ahead and cover the trap up, and then we'll blend it in with this black dirt. And of course, I forgot a tool. I'm really kind of unprepared. I forgot my sifter. So don't want to go much, just because it's going to freeze hard. And the snow is going to come and cover this up too, so get a little blend on it. Awesome. So now the good stuff. We're going to go ahead and just take a little bit of, and you can actually use dog box bedding too. And that's all it is. That's soaked down with urine. And we're going to do it with that. That's all we're going to put there. And that set is complete. So we'll move on to the next one. Got us a coyote turd right here I just found. So I'm just going to go ahead and just going to set that turd right there. Right on. So this is that spot on one of my last videos. We'll see what happens. Oh my God. I think I talked about runoff. Look at that. This is where I cleaned all this stuff out. All the snow off. And then there's my cable. And I talked about maybe some runoff problems. There it is. I want to try to get a trap in there. Wow. One good thing is that ground is thawed. There's my wax sand. I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to set it. Just because this is a really, really hot location. In Montana, we have a few different winters and a few different springs. So I think we're on spring number 3. I'm not sure yet. And now we're coming back into the 3rd winter. So it comes and goes a lot. So this steak has been in here for a while. Freeze thaw, and I just want to make sure it's still good, solid in there. When we have our spring thaws, sometimes water will go down in there, then you can pull them just straight out, you know, and then you'll end up losing your coyote. So when you're hooking back up to run your fall anchors, go ahead and test them, you know. Really important to test them, because you could have a coyote and it'll just pull right up. Going to use the same urine post. I'll put a little clip. I think oh no, I've deleted that clip, but I'll put a link to the video that I did about a week ago or so of me digging this out right here. But we're going to go ahead and make sure this don't freeze. Little calcium chloride. I know it's bad on the traps. Everybody's gonna be like, oh my God, it's bad for your traps. Yeah, it's really hard on the traps. But if you keep your traps clean and boiled and waxed, and then when you're done trapping, boil and wax them again, you shouldn't have many problems. But you got to look at it this way. In these conditions that I'm trapping up here, you know, I mean, I could maybe just put wax sand in that, but you see all this water right here? This stuff here will just absolutely ruin the set when it gets wet. So some of the worst conditions I've ever trapped in is northwest Montana. So we're just gonna go back with a urine post. I might do a little dash of lure or something like that, but I ain't decided yet. A lot of times I decide what I'm gonna put down as I'm doing it. So I'll know in the beginning whether it's gonna be urine post or not when I'm making the set, but you get a little bit of this stuff here. Just wanna hit all the way around it just to make sure it's gonna be thawed out. Wax sand on top. Gonna blend it in. So the little bit of snow we're gonna get is gonna blend all of this right in. I'm gonna run some guides around it, just a few, maybe some subtle ones. I don't know if it's gonna be kind of subtle, but one guy's subtle is another guy's not subtle. So just like that. I don't want to run this like this. You know what I mean? To me, that's not subtle. But if I just kind of throw them over there like that, I don't want them to step over in here. I want them to step in this right here. So that makes sense. And then maybe I'll put a little bit calcium chloride over the top. I'm gonna soak her down with some urine. They've already been pissing on it, but we'll just give it a good soak. So, and then I think I'm gonna go ahead and double down on it and put a little wad of, there's some fox poop in there too. Put a little wad of that right there. So the coyotes right now are pretty territorial. You know, they're pairing up, or they're paired up, and they're wanting to call this area right here their home, you know, and raise their pups. So they're going to defend this spot from anybody else. Oh, I remember back in Tennessee, I would watch the demos on coyote trapping, and I would hear their demos, and they talk about bait and lure. And they would talk about burning the coyote's nose, and I bought into that stuff. I don't, and the reason, what they're saying is it was too stinky, too loud, and the coyote would go, ooh, just, you know, whatever, it's just burn his nose, and because his nose is so sensitive. Over the years, I found that to be false. You know, there's no such thing, I don't think, as burning a coyote's nose. So, I mean, if you look at some of the stuff, that pile of carcasses out there, absolutely rank. I mean, absolutely stinking rank. And that coyote's going out there enjoying every minute of it. I have seen over the years what coyotes will roll in, what they'll dig at, what they'll eat. And it's absolutely bad stuff. Now this here, it's literally liquid. This is liquefied. Actually, no, this ain't. This is my mix off of my meat lovers bait. It's my base. So we're just gonna put that right in there, and that's gonna soak in there. It's absolutely nasty. So the first thing the coyote's gonna do is come up and smell it, and then he's gonna try to dig it out, is what he's gonna do. So we're gonna roll this up in here and just block it off. But the whole, what I'm trying to get at is the whole burning of the nose thing is absolutely false. I have found stinkier the better, you know. So sometimes we listen to demos and watch demos and we believe that stuff. And I went years and years believing that, you know, mild bait. At least where I'm at right here in Montana, loud and obnoxious bait is what you want. So, all right, this, I caught a coyote back over here last fall. This was like an area where badgers were living, and there's a bunch of badger mounds, and there's a gopher hole or something here. So we're gonna do something different here. This is how I had it set last year. And so I was put my attractant down here. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. And it's gonna be kind of like a 3-hole punch in a way. But, well, it's gonna have 3 different attractants is what it's gonna have. And where did it go? There it is. So I got a little bitty T-bone right there. We're gonna go ahead and stick that right there. And then I'm gonna do a lure hole right here. And then I'm gonna do a lure hole right here. So if you can guide their nose, you can guide their feet. So the theory with this on the 3-hole punch, I know some guys have probably been seeing this a lot, the 3-hole punch, is the coyote comes up, smells this, smells that, and then as he's doing it, the foot moves. The more you got that foot moving around the set, the better you are. So I was gonna go ahead and bed this this no BS trap right here. And make sure it's night latched. There we go. And this is a really, really cool set. Kind of thinking out of the box with this one. It's always nice to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this a little bit more. Like that. So now I can go ahead and do my bait and lure. So I'm using on this one here some Hoosier Predator bait, Top Dog. So I wanted to go ahead and I ordered some new stuff because I want to do some change up, you know. I don't want to be offering the same thing all the time, which is my stuff. So you get a little change up here. Put that right there. And then I'm gonna take this would be all Hoosier Trap and Supply stuff. I'm gonna take some of his long distance call, go right down the hole here just a little bit. Come on, I'm shaking. There we go. And then we'll do some gland right here. Some gland lure down the hole there. Cool. And that is it, you guys. I'm gonna take this little bait stick right here. I'm not gonna toss it out there because a coyote walked by, pick it up, and just walk off and lose interest in this. So I'm gonna stick it right down there. So I'll do a little step down right here. Yeah, I like that right there. That's a good set right there. Right behind me is I got a bait station for coyotes. So they haven't hit it yet, but they will. I got it covered up so the birds don't find this one. No calcium chloride on the levers. Yeah. Go ahead and put a little black dirt over top of that. Kind of blend it in just a little bit. And I'll go ahead and, I was going to do a T-bone right there, but then I got to looking at how the coyote would be able to come around the back and grab the T-bone. So then I went with kind of a step down set horizontal hole going back in there. And I think that's going to be a lot better. And I'll just go ahead and I'll put some of my bait in this one here and a shot of urine, and that'll be good. All right, you guys, got my last set in. I got 9 sets in on this ranch. These are all the same spots as fall. The production on spring coyotes for me hasn't been really high. And that's just because I believe that right now there's 2 coyotes hanging, actually maybe 4 coyotes on this ranch. There's 2, I believe, up on the north end, and then there's 2 on the south end of this meadow. So hopefully we get these things caught and then save a bunch of fawns. But this is a great time of year to go ahead and do it. Most of my sets, pretty much all my sets, have gland lure or some kind of territorial marker. So if you could, hit the like, the subscribe, and all that other good stuff. And I truly appreciate it. Have a great day.